of training for the 24-hour muscle up record. Today is going to be another light, easy day as we're easing into it, but we got the clicker with us today, so it should be a lot easier to count. We're going to go up to 100 today, at least 100 muscle ups. Going to do it at a pretty quick pace, but not too quick of a pace. Again, we're easing into this. So I'm just going to jump right into it and get them done. One. Feeling a lot lighter than usual, feeling pretty good. We'll see how much I've recovered since the last training session a few days ago. I'm trying to give myself at least 3 to 4 days in between sessions to go to the next muscle up marathon and just give myself full time to recover. This is not a record you want to rush to train for because you could definitely get yourself injured. So we're going nice and slow again today. We'll start working on pace around training session 5, probably. We'll start really digging in and seeing how fast we can go. But for now, it's all about form. It's all about patience. Feeling good and loose today. Drinking a Black Rifle Coffee Company energy drink. And these things have 200 milligrams of caffeine, so they get you going pretty good. I like them better than Red Bull. A little less jittery, a little more natural. All right. Again, we're going nice and slow pace today. We're just trying to get used to form. Get the form down. We're at 6. Hello, good sir. Howdy, howdy. Beautiful day. It's cooled down a little bit, so not near as much sun beaming. Should be able to get these 100 knocked out pretty quickly. We'll see. But yeah, the gloves seem to be holding up. And the best part about these gloves is probably the wrist wrap. For muscle up training, I really recommend having your wrists wrapped because it's just so much motion going on with the wrists. I'm doing great. How are you today? Wish I could pronounce your name, but I have no idea how to even attempt that. Yeah, it's a beautiful day to be alive and well, physically able and getting stronger. I'm from the United States, North Carolina specifically. What's up, Lindsay? 1912. Nevea. Nevea, I guess that's this is that, that is this. Today we're all in. Where are you from? I'll just call you wolf emoji because I don't know what else to call you. 10. Again, I'm going nice and slow on these early training days to try and just maximize form and just ease into it. Get on the bar naturally. Yeah, Mr. Wolf, where are you from? Now 12. Yeah, so I'm doing muscle ups, small sets at a time until I get to 100 at least today. Just trying to ease my body into getting really used to doing muscle ups. So yeah, very small improvements until I finally can get to 2,150. I find this number to be very reasonable within 24 hours, especially if I can condition my body to regenerate strength the same way it does with pull ups, where I can pretty much keep going as long as I have 30 seconds to a minute in between sets. So, as long as I don't injure anything like a rotator cuff or whatever, this this record should be reasonably easy to beat. When I say easy, I don't mean actually easy. I just mean doable. I'm a normal guy like me. No, this is actually my backyard. So I just do calisthenics on this bar here whenever I feel like it. And it's pretty hot out today, but not unbearable. So feeling like 2 is a good number to go with about every minute. Although I don't have a clock with me, I can kind of just sense every minute just doing another set. So yeah, let's jump into some philosophy, guys. Let's jump into some philosophy. We're here to get stronger, wiser, and better every single day. Only way to get wiser is to exercise your mind. The same is the only way you can get stronger is to exercise your body. So today we're focused on positivity and the mindset because the mindset can carry you wherever you want to go. But without the mindset, you are doomed to fail. So positive thinking not only positively impacts your life, but it positively impacts everyone else's life around you. Right now, I'm actually in between jobs, planning on starting a new job soon, but currently I'm just focused on training and beating this record. I feel like beating this record will open up all kinds of new opportunities. Um, get into the online content game and just keep moving forward from there. You know, the work has just begun. So, what about you? Where do you work, Wolf? All right, 20. Not a bad start. 20 in 10 minutes. Two every minute, like I was saying. Feeling nice and good and warmed up. Definitely going to make it to the goal of 100 easily today. So we'll see if we go much further beyond that, how I'm feeling. I believe two every minute for 24 hours straight would put me right around the record number. So if I can get 3 to 4 a minute, I can definitely beat the record. So we're just working on, like I said, increasing the form, perfect form. And it's just a slow grind to increase my endurance to be able to do this for 24 hours straight. Right now, muscle up doesn't feel like much effort. Feels relatively effortless. 24. Ah. I'll tell you one thing, doing muscle ups at 195 pounds is a lot different than doing them at 160 pounds. It feels so much smoother. The crazy thing about a muscle up is you actually burn a lot of energy on the dismount. So I've got to figure out how to dismount as effectively as possible without getting injured, without wasting energy. Because you have to catch yourself going back down. Catching yourself over and over and over and over again does require a lot of energy. What goes up must come down. So I don't know if there is a good technique for dismounting, but if there is one, we'll find it. $28. Flying through these. Doing two at a time seems to be much more efficient than doing one at a time, especially like I said, because the dismount does require energy. While you're on the bar, you might as well do two. 30. The art of patience, probably the most valuable virtue there is. Because with patience, you can learn any other virtue. You can master any other virtue. And if there's one thing something like this will teach you, it is patience. What's up, Felicia Keller? What's going on here is 2 muscle ups every minute till I do at least 100. This is day 2 of my training for the world record. World record is currently at 2,150, which for 24 hours, that's not that insane of a number. So today we're just working on patience and we're just working on endurance. How are you doing today, Felicia? How's everyone in the chat? $34. So the pull-up world record recently got beaten again. It's now at like 12,000 and something. So even though muscle up is much more difficult than a pull-up, that number is insane to keep up with in a 24-hour time period. So if I can learn to transition from pull-ups to muscle-ups fairly swiftly, then I can beat this record fairly easily. It is amazing what the body can do if you allow yourself to believe that it can do it. There's nothing quite like the human spirit. So we're currently at 36, going right along as planned, and not feeling any soreness whatsoever yet. So it's a good sign. No fatigue. Hello, Thomas. How are you today? $38. I'm doing great today, Thomas. Feeling amazing. It's a little hot out here, but can't complain, honestly. Um, Motivated. Feeling very motivated, which is good, but it's only day 2 of my training. So we'll see how motivated I am when I have to go to like 1,000. That'll be the real test. days like today are the easy days, taking it nice and slow and just learning to control my mind and be patient. Upstate New York, 91. Gosh, yeah, it's not that hot. I'm not sure how hot it is. Probably 80s. Yep, one day at a time, Thomas. Precisely. I have it all mapped out, all the training sessions. It's probably going to take 3 or 4 months. My goal is by Halloween to have this record beat. So hopefully no one beats it until then. If so, I'm just going to have to take it straight from them. But yeah, like you said, one day at a time. You can't think too far into the future. Right now, for me, it's actually one rep at a time. I can't even think about, you know, how many I have left. Just got to think about the next set and just keep going from there. You get overwhelmed with the overall total, it'll start creating doubt in your mind, and I'll never make it. So yeah, like you said, one day at a time. And within a few months, I think I should have this. The beauty of this record is being able to do such small sets at a time. Really don't have to burn that much energy. I can keep my mind nice and calm. It helps a lot to have people to talk to in the chat. So if you're in the chat, throw me a question, throw me some motivation, throw me anything. Because yeah, I can't really listen to music while I do this, or else they'll take down my live. So it's the ultimate mastery of patience. Oh, that breeze feels so good. "42, the answer to everything." That's what scientists asked a computer one time. And it gave the number 42. And that was just because that's how many letters were in the question. What do you guys think about AI? Is it going to take over the world? Is it going to negatively impact the entire world, or is it going to do positive things? I think it'll do both. But I know whatever's coming, it's coming fast. So get ready for change. That's why we're becoming stronger every day to deal with whatever the world throws at us. "44. Yeah, I mean, it already has started to, right? Like, a lot of jobs are using AI already. A lot of videos on social media are AI. A lot of people are using it as like their business partner. It's insane what AI can do already. The creativity of it, it's absolutely nuts. But I try not to get overwhelmed by the thought of, you know, is it gonna like drastically ruin the world? But it very well could. Like this video could easily be AI, you know? It's not, I can promise you, but the capabilities of AI are pretty much there. Switch to one rep for a minute. Yeah, those Terminator movies are crazy because you really, back in the day when they came out, you really didn't think there's any way. It was complete science fiction. And now it's like a 50-50 chance of happening. It's definitely weird to think that we're creating something smarter than us, better than us at everything, but yet still learns everything from us. It's trained on our knowledge, on our behavior. Therefore, it'll be vastly flawed, just like we are. Something vastly stronger and equally as flawed doesn't seem like it's going to end well, but who knows? Maybe it'll plateau. 46. So yeah, right now we're on a much faster pace than than the first day of training, which is good. I'm feeling twice as strong already. So if the training keeps growing exponentially like this, I'm definitely looking to have it done in a couple months. But yeah, the AI situation, man, like what happens? Do the evil overlords use it to their advantage? Does it just completely go on a tangent and do its own thing? So many possibilities. Does it plateau and it's just normal for a while? Does it like mass manipulate everyone? Only time will tell. Doing very slow, easy reps until it's just more natural to do 3 or 4 at a time. Not trying to hurt myself. It was only a few months ago that I could barely do one muscle up, and now 47 with very little effort. So the progress so far has already been insane. And that's why I really do think this record is very doable. Almost too doable to where it kind of scares me that someone much stronger than me is going to come along and snatch it before I can. 48. The goal for today is just 100, but if we're still got plenty in the tank and we're not tired by 100, then we're going to keep going because the goal is to get enough out of each training day to improve, but not take it too far where it takes too long to recover. So it's a very fine line between massive improvement and detrimental endurance challenging. So, most people could probably run a half marathon or a marathon with little to no training, but you would be so messed up after you did so that you wouldn't be able to run again for a while. So the idea here is to ease my way into it so that within a couple months doing it for hours and hours and hours, up to 24 hours, is relatively easy. 50, easy 50. I mean, I've only broken a sweat because of how hot it is out here. I've yet to actually feel fatigued from doing these muscle ups. So a great sign. So getting to 100 will be 1/20th of the record. And 1/20th of the record on day 2 of training. That sounds pretty good to me. It's like 20 days of training and I'll have it done. So that's if I don't plateau. I don't think I will. I think this will only get easier and easier, to be honest. That's how the pull ups, they got easier and easier as I train them. So I do think that, I do think this is going to go faster and faster. 52. But yeah, David, how are you today, man? Doing all right? The thing about a muscle up is it's all in the transition. The pull up, for me, pretty easy. Chest to bar. The bar dip, almost nothing. Bar dips are not a very effective workout. Um, it's just not. A straight bar, not that great. 2 bars, much better for dips. So all of the energy, the only issue here with this is right there. That's where all of the energy is. Believe it or not. Once I have those muscles, the transition muscles completely maxed out and increase the endurance all the way, it's game over. This will be the easiest workout ever. $54. Yeah, a lot of people think a muscle up is more difficult than it is. It's all technique. It's a little bit of power and all technique. It's actually not that crazy of a workout. So really what this boils down to is just a mind game of patience and a little bit of pain. And I think you can pretty much do anything. If you can endure pain and you have unlimited patience, you can pretty much do anything. Not sure why my legs are going to the left right now. Gonna have to figure that one out. My body must be compensating for something. But we're currently at 55 in 33 minutes, taking it nice and slow. Um, yeah, feeling it in my shoulders a little bit, but other than that, not even feeling it like in my muscles hardly at all. So good sign, good sign. We are dropping it to 1 rep a minute for now, just to make sure I don't get ahead of myself. You want to always stay ahead of the curve. You don't want to try to wear yourself out and then regain energy. You want to maintain a stable level of energy throughout the entire thing. That's what pull up training has taught me, at least. So if I was to burn myself out and do a max set right now, I would probably not make it to 100 near as quickly. If I just do 1 rep at a time, I'll get there relatively fast. Can still do 2, relatively easy. It's just burns a little more energy. 58. So yeah, drop a like and subscribe if you want to continue with me through this journey to the eventual inevitable record breaking moment. My hands seem to be holding up pretty well. Little to no damage. I'm surprised how well these gloves work mixed with the tennis racket tape. It's pretty impressive. 60. Can mostly feel it in my shoulders right now in that transition period. That. A little bit in the forearms. The best thing about a muscle up is it's a full body workout, except for your legs, obviously. I mean, full upper body, your abs, your core, shoulders, back, forearms, biceps, triceps, everything. It's arguably the best exercise that there is, maybe compared to a burpee. I do think the risk for injury with muscle up endurance is a lot higher than with pull up endurance. There's just so much more transitioning and mobility going on. Pull up is a rather static workout. Muscle up, you really gotta use some power per rep. What's up, bacon avocado? Man, that sounds good right now. Bacon avocado, some a BLT with avocado on it. Yes, 3 muscle ups. Let's go, bacon. I've done 62 today. Obviously, I started out doing 2 at a time. But yeah, it was only a few months ago I could barely do 1. Like when I was younger, I could do a lot. And I got up to 196 pounds and I had to relearn muscle ups. It was only a few months ago I could only do 1, and then I got up to 8. So 3 is really good. Once you can do 3, you can exponentially increase that number. However hard you want to push it, you could hit 10 pretty quickly if you were to keep training them, intensely. Yeah, once you can do one, like, you can just spam one over and over and over again. And that's what I'm doing. I'm spamming one over and over and over again right now just to teach my body to just get used to doing this for hours on end, perfect my form. 63. Drop some water real quick. The beauty of this, even when no one's watching, I still become stronger. Any other content, if someone wasn't watching, your content would be dead. But when you're working out, you're still getting stronger whether someone's watching or not. So we're currently at 64 out of 100 and feeling pretty good. Just a little dehydrated, so gonna try to make sure I stay hydrated. 65. Yeah, I think the weakest point probably for this is probably my shoulders. Once I have them conditioned for this, I'll be safe to just go as hard as I can. But for now, I got to really mitigate risk. 'll probably end up doing a lot more of my training at night when it's nice and cool. As the summer gets hotter, it's going to be harder to do these marathons during the day. So either early in the morning or later in the evening. What's up, Patrick? Patrick Ryan. How you doing today? Let the boomers figure out the 6-7 joke. All right, so we're almost to 70. Feeling good. Feeling real good. Especially compared to last time. I was definitely starting to feel it about this time. So I'm just feeling warmed up, to be honest. 68. Best thing about a challenge like this is it just really helps you focus your mind on the present instead of worrying about the future, thinking about the past. You really have to stay locked in on the present. And that is where the flow state is reached in the very moment. The flow state is a real thing. If you can't access the flow state, you cannot do your highest potential at whatever you're doing. So, yeah, we're working on mastering the flow state, mastering patience, one rep at a time. 69. Nice. That's 70. We are climbing away, guys. It's a really good sign. 70 in just under 50 minutes. S- 71. Getting a little bit of blood blister. There's like blood underneath my skin. It's not like that's a little concerning, but We'll see what happens over the next 30 reps. I feel like that's coming from the dismount, honestly. The blood blister is definitely coming from the dismount. 72. I've got to find a way to dismount easier to avoid that. Just trying something new there with the grip to avoid these blood blisters. Um, your grip for a muscle up is super important. How you grip the bar is everything. And right now, my grip, the dismount when I come back down super fast, is causing my hands to blister up right here. So I'm either gonna have to sacrifice some more energy on the dismount and lower myself down a little easier, or figure my grip out a little better to where my hands don't blister so bad. That's 73. Muscles feel fine. I wonder if sponges would help. I might grab some sponges, see if that eases the blistering a little bit. Less friction on the dismount. Might be a lot easier on my hands. So we're gonna pause at 73 for a second, and we're gonna go grab some sponges and see if that feels better. Because this training is all about experimenting with what works best. Your hands will get absolutely fried with something like this. You can train your muscles to get stronger and stronger and stronger, but your hands, they can only take so much damage and friction. So I'm gonna grab some sponges. I'll be right back. All right, we got sponges out here. We're gonna try a few sets with sponges. See if it feels a little better on the hands on the dismount. Oh yeah, that's much better. Sponges are such a hack for muscle ups and pull ups. So yeah, we're at 74. Or to bang the rest out using sponges so I don't destroy my hands too much. We got blood blisters. You can't see it that well, but that was a little concerning. If I'm less than 100 and I'm blistering my hands, obviously my hands will get stronger, but I've got to get my grip down and get a better form going if I'm gonna be able to do 2,000 of these, or else my hands will literally fall off. You got to have your hands in life, that's for sure. Don't want to lose those. $75. Yeah, sponges are the best in the world for hand protection. As far as like getting on the bars go, if you're doing pull-ups or any calisthenics on a bar, I cannot recommend sponges enough. You don't sacrifice any grip strength, and you get so much more protection, so much less friction. You cannot let fear of pain or damage slow you down with something like this. So you cannot let it affect you mentally. You gotta just put your body to the test, let it heal back stronger, rinse and repeat. So yeah, the dismount, I'm definitely gonna have to be a little more careful. What's up, Piper? Thank you. Thank you very much. We're at 76. I will keep up the great work. Thank you so much for your support. $77. My hands are feeling a lot better with the sponge glove combo. Started to rip them open, and I realized I'm gonna have to figure out a new method. This combination seems unbeatable. Makes a dismount feel so much easier too. 78. We're definitely gonna make it to the goal of 100. The best part about this is just learning the patience, learning the mastery of the mind, of not worrying and getting overwhelmed. Yes, these little hand pads, they're really neat, and I love them because they have the wrist wrap. So the wrist support's insanely good for in doing anything on the bar. And last time they seemed to hold up perfectly fine. This time, as I dismount to let go of the bar, I noticed I'm dropping a lot quicker. I'm catching myself at the bottom. When I'm catching myself because of my hand position, it's causing my hands to like blister up a little bit right under the fingers. But with the sponges added, I can catch myself and it kills all that friction. So these pads plus the sponges, I think, are going to protect my hands well into the thousands. 80. But yeah, we got tennis racket tape wrapped around the bar. That gives the bar a little bit of cushion and extra grip in of itself. Sponges and these, all three of those things combined seem to be extremely efficient. 81. We're in the short rows now. Sorry about the background noise, guys. Got a fire truck. What's up, Hyper the Dead? 82. Yes. Less than 20. Easy mode. Easy mode. Only thing really hurting right now are my shoulders, kind of. Everything else feels perfectly fine, honestly. So it's good. It's showing me where my weak points are. And yeah, I'll gradually improve all the weak points until everything's solid. Once everything's solid, I can push myself to the absolute max. Don't have to worry about injury. 'Not sure why my legs are swinging to the left, but that's a clear indication that something's off balance. I'll figure out what it is and I'll fix it. If I had to guess, I'm compensating and I'm pulling more with my right arm, relying more on my right side, which is causing my legs to swing to the left a little bit. So I'm a little unbalanced, which is good to recognize so that I can fix it before I'm too far in my training and it becomes a real problem. 84. overall for day two, like this is really good progress. Like if I can do 100 this easily on day two, then doing 10 times this amount will be challenging, but it shouldn't be like super, super challenging. Just a mental game. And once I could do 10 times this, that's 1,000. That's halfway of beating the record. So on an easy, slow day like today, I would say this is a good sign that my body will be able to keep up with the pace. Mm. 85. Yeah, running. I'm definitely that's part of my goals right now is running and muscle ups. That's my two main focuses. Running for the cardio, just to keep my heart healthy, my lungs healthy. Um, Man, running is so boring. I'll tell you that right now. Running is like just as much of a mind game as this is, because at least you get little breaks in between when you're doing something like this. With running, it's just nonstop. But you can reach that runner's high where you're just in the groove. You can go forever. But yeah, I'll see where running takes me. Um, I don't think I'll ever be like in the top 1% of runners in any way, shape, or form. So I don't know that I have anything real special there, but running's good for you regardless. 86. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate it. Appreciate the belief, the support. Yeah, for sure. 5Ks are like probably the best amount to run because you get a lot out of it. 3.1 miles without pushing it too far. People who run like 10 miles a day are a little psychotic. And that's me saying that. It will wear down your knees, it'll wear down your joints. It'll hurt you in the long run, but around the 5K, that's like a perfect amount to run. You know, you're not going to injure yourself. You're going to only get benefits from that. So yeah, I'd love to get back into running. I need a good place, a good track to run on. And yeah, a good partner is always fun. But yeah, fortunately you don't need too much cardio to do something like this. Really just need a strong mind. Where yeah, I'll have to look around, see what's in my area and see what running spots they got. I love throwing on some music and just going at it. The thing that sucks about live streaming right now is I don't have a way to listen to music while I'm doing this. So it can get pretty boring. But it's teaching my mind not to rely on the adrenaline rush of music or of anything else. Just purely locked into what I'm doing in the present moment. 88. Yeah, dancing, that can be even more cardio than running. Good old 88. 12 measly muscle ups to go. Oh, that's what you're using. Yeah, I need some. I really do need some. That'd be an interesting perspective too. Get some metas and just go jogging like really nice areas where it's beautiful scenery. Definitely got to do that. Yeah, I feel like you can take content to a whole new level when you get some metas. Like you just got GoPros attached to your face at all times. But how much would those run you? I definitely got to grab some. Oh yeah, definitely feeling it in my shoulders a little bit, which is good. Definitely gonna be feeling this tomorrow. Yeah, how much of those metas run you for? Where, yeah, that's not bad at all. Actually, that ain't bad at all. I'll definitely look into that. Something I was thinking about stepping my content up with is getting a big green screen to put behind me. You know, I'd have to build it pretty tall, but the uh the content potential would be unlimited. Now I could even hang one on the side and get kind of like a 3D effect going. And yeah, it'd be interesting to see what kind of editing I could do with a green screen. But we're at 90. We've only got 10 more to go. Imagine if I stop now. I can't make it. I'm too tired. I'm scared I'm gonna get hurt. Nope. Ain't no stopping now. Dang, that actually sounds dope. That really does sound dope. Especially now that it's summer, you know, it's gonna be you need sunglasses all the time, and there's gonna be a lot of like just good scenery. Yeah, metas are a must. 92. Phew. Man, I'd say the heat is my biggest contender right now. Just fighting the heat. I purposely did this live stream a little later in the day just to wait for it to cool down. But I'm thinking about next time doing it either early in the morning or late at night. We shall see. '93, 7 more. '94. Yeah, so 100 on day 2, not bad. Like I said, doing 10 times this amount seems relatively doable within a month or two. And then all I got to do is double that. And then the record is mine. So, as long as I can keep my mind focused on the task, this will be a quick journey. 95, 5 more. It's been kind of a dead stream today. Last time I streamed around like midday, I want to say like noon. There was people from all over the world in here. Today I waited for it to get past 5 o'clock to cool off and people to get off work. And honestly, it has not been that exciting of a stream. But it doesn't matter. All that matters is I'm getting stronger every day. 96. '97. So close to being done. Shout out '97. Year I was born. Let's see how are we looking on time? 80 minutes. Not bad, not bad. Oh yeah, we're definitely feeling it now. 98. So this was the perfect number. 100 was the perfect number for day 2. I'm starting to feel nice and fatigued, so I'm not going to push myself too hard, but I am definitely going to be sore for a few days. And then I think we'll probably do 150 and then 200. Depending how good we're feeling, we might jump straight to 200 next training day, but we'll see. '99. Uno más. All right, time to finish this. 100 on day 2. And one for good luck, just to prove I still got plenty left in the tank. 101. Pretty boring stream, but pretty productive workout. So thank you guys for your support. Thank you for being here. And see you guys next time for the next challenge. Thank you.